Kilalanin natin ang official new and improved complete lineup ng Ilagan Isabela 5-star Cowboys para sa 2026 Mpbl 8th season. Point guards, JerAve, 5'10", 155 pounds, 31 years old, 5 points, 1.6 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 0.7 steals, 47% 3-point shooter, 53% free throw shooter in his 2025 Mpbl 7th season averages. Sean Bautista, homegrown player, 5'9", 150 pounds, 25 years old, 2 points, 0.2 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 0.4 steals, 21% 3-point shooter, 85% free throw shooter in his 2025 Mpbl 7th season averages. Kyle Paranada, new player, 5'9", 152 pounds, 25 years old, 2 points, 0.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 30% 3-point shooter, 60% free throw shooter in his UAAP 87th season averages. Alex Cabagnot, new player, ex-PBA player, 6 feet, 180 pounds, 43 years old, 12.8 points, 6.7 rebounds, 5.3 assists, 1.7 steals, 29% 3-point shooter, 66% free throw shooter in his 2025 Mpbl 7th season averages. Shooting guards, Donald Gumaru, ex-PBA player, 5'11", 165 pounds, 33 years old, 9.3 points, 2.3 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 0.8 steals, 39% 3-point shooter, 69% free throw shooter in his 2025 Mpbl 7th season averages. Aldrin Adorio, homegrown player, 6 feet, 170 pounds, 28 years old, 1.8 points, 0.5 rebounds, 0.5 assists, 37% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his 2025 Mpbl 7th season averages. Joshua Giab, 6'2", 180 pounds, 25 years old, 10 points, 4.7 rebounds, 3 assists, 0.5 steals, 25% 3-point shooter, 64% free throw shooter in his 2025 Mpbl 7th season averages. Roed Agaraw, new homegrown player, 5'11", 168 pounds, 25 years old. No basketball averages found yet. Small forwards, Victor Buraga, homegrown player, 6'3", 185 pounds, 28 years old, 1.6 points, 2 rebounds, 0.3 assists, 0.2 steals, 16% 3-point shooter, 75% free throw shooter in his 2025 Mpbl 7th season averages. Tristan Felebrico, new player, 6'2", 182 pounds, 25 years old, 4 points, 2.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 25% 3-point shooter, 70% free throw shooter in his NCAA 101 season averages. Gabe Capacio, new player, 6'2", 185 pounds, 26 years old, 2.3 points, 1.2 rebounds, 0.5 assists, 0.2 steals, 16% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his 2025 Mpbl 7th season averages. Alan Mina, new ex-PBA player, 6'3", 185 pounds, 30 years old, 11.6 points, 2.8 rebounds, 1.6 assists, 0.5 steals, 29% 3-point shooter, 88% free throw shooter in his 2025 Mpbl 7th season averages. Power forwards, Art De La Cruz, ex-PBA player, 6'4", 210 pounds, 34 years old, 14.6 points, 9.6 rebounds, 6.1 assists, 1.9 steals, 24% 3-point shooter, 72% free throw shooter in his 2025 Mpbl 7th season averages. Efrain Boado, homegrown player, 6'3", 188 pounds, 26 years old, 0.5 points, 1 rebound, 0.3 steals, 20 field goal percentage, 4 games played in his 2025 Mpbl 7th season averages. Joseph Kawilan, new homegrown player, 6'4", 192 pounds. 29 years old, 9.3 points, 4.3 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 0.7 steals, 32% three-point shooter, 73% free throw shooter in his 2025 Mpbl 7th season averages. Prince Rivero, new ex-PBA player, 6'4", 210 pounds, 31 years old, 4.1 points, 3.3 rebounds, 0.6 assists, 44% three-point shooter, 70% free throw shooter in his PBA 50th Philippine Cup averages. Centers, J-Boy Solis, 6'5", 200 pounds, 29 years old, 6.2 points, 4.6 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1.2 blocks, 33% three-point shooter, 53% free throw shooter in his 2025 Mpbl 7th season averages. Miguel Ona, new player, 6'5", 198 pounds, 25 years old, 5.5 points, 5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 0.5 blocks, 45 field goal percentage, 50% free throw shooter in his 88th season averages. Alan Santos, 6'4", 195 pounds, 37 years old, 2.8 points, 3 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 25% three-point shooter, 72% free throw shooter in his 2025 Mpbl 7th season averages. Joseph Gabayni, new player, ex-PBA player, 6'5", 220 pounds, 30 years old, 4.5 points, 4.3 rebounds, 0.7 assists, 0.4 blocks, 43 field goal percentage, 53% free throw shooter in his 2025 Mpbl 7th season averages. Ito ang official yan improved complete lineup ng Ilagan Isabela 5-star Cowboys para sa 2026 Mpbl 8th season. Anong team pa ang gusto nyong gawan natin ng lineup, mga kababos? I-comment nyo na po yan sa baba.